Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the Tarot Collective for today. Today is Friday. It is May 1st. It is 2026. You may follow me on the Talk the Tube, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever doesn't, leave it on the table for someone else. You don't need to take on energy that wasn't meant for you. We're going to use the Intuitive Almanac by Rob Barthelman. You can find this at intuitiveintention.com. My Intuitive Intention on Etsy. I have the link in my link tree, y'all, if you're interested. All right. No, he doesn't give me free decks. No, he doesn't give me money. I just love his decks, so I will happily promote him for free. It's what good humans do. We got one on the table. I'm sitting here thinking, like, what? Am I going to use the dead cards? I want to use the dead cards. And then I was like, should I use Intuitive Intention? And then I was like, what about the Almanac? Because I got these and I love them, but I really have not been using them that much. So maybe I'll try using them all weekend. We'll see what happens. Cat hair everywhere. I woke up this morning with cat hair in my mouth. Like 3 big pieces of cat hair in my mouth. I was like, what? I think Harley was trying to sleep on my face. Okay, we had one on the table. It was a major. Now we got two. 2 on the table, 1 major. And these are season. So it's spring, summer, fall, winter. And then you got the majors. Yeah, spring, autumn instead of fall. Summer, where's winter? And winter. Just making sure. Oh, shoot. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hopefully you can hear me. Hold on. Is this better now? You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? Is I remember when I first started out doing readings, and probably like, I don't know, 3 months in, somebody was like, you need a mic. And I was like, no, I don't. I'm fine. Like, you can't hear this? And the funny thing is I ended up buying the mic because these mics, a set of 2 mics and the adapter was only like $15 at the time. So I bought 2 sets. I have an extra set still packed away. And then I bought another set, a little bit different. I don't like it as much, but I have it just in case. And I got so used to using it, and I got so used to being able to hear it a lot more clearly when I play back the videos. Because every once in a while, I'll rewatch a video. Usually I don't, but every once in a while I will. And you guys know, I don't, and just so you guys know, I don't edit anything. Like, this is it. If I get interrupted, if I talk to a cat, it is what it is. The thing is, and I just feel like it's better that way. It's unedited. It is, you know what I mean? Like, you're getting the real me. You're getting everything I got at the time, what I see, what I hear, what I feel. I'm not going to edit anything. I'm not going to, stop the video and then restart. I'm not doing that stuff. And you guys know, I try not to like interrupt, but every once in a while, like I have to schedule something to be delivered, or every once in a while my neighbor Ava brings me food, whatever. And I'm always saying hi to the cats. The cats are always here. Usually more for affirmations. But now when I watch some of my favorite readers and they don't have mics, there's one in particular that I absolutely love her and adore her. She doesn't use a mic. And she keeps saying, oh yeah, I have a mic. I just haven't figured out how to use it. I want to send her one of these mics so bad because I think it would just, I mean, a monkey could use it. Like if I can use it, she could use it. Because sometimes like I can't hear what she's saying, and I'll put it up on the highest volume, and it's like she's a soft talker. Anyway, I can't imagine not having a mic now. And I know sometimes I still mumble and stuff, but, you know, I mean, I try not to. I'm a mumbler. We got 3 on the table. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay, we got 5 on the table. We got 2 majors and no reversal. No reverse. I love that picture. Look at that. They came out together. That's interesting. Something about dreaming something or having an idea and then putting it into action, actually doing something. So just an example, but like if you have a dream of, we'll just make it simple. If you have a dream of painting, right? And let's say you've been thinking about it and you have all these ideas of things you want to paint in your head. So you finally go to the nearest hobby store, paint store or something, and you buy some canvas and you buy some paints and some brushes, and you come back home and you do a little prep, you know, you like get a little area ready for your painting, and then you start painting. Like it's like somebody's getting this idea, this thought, and it's rooted there. Like they can't stop thinking about it. Okay, 2 more shuffles. I don't know. So far, this looks like a positive reading to me. So far, this just looks like somebody's singular energy. You all know I like that. Last shuffle. Just an FYI for you guys, if you follow, if you subscribe, Sunday I'll be doing affirmations, but won't be doing readings because I'm going to be doing some OT again on Saturday, and I usually take Sunday off. The only reason I would do readings is if I feel called to when I come home. So just letting you guys know. I like it. I really like it. I really love these cards. I gotta tell you, I love these cards. The Queen of Summer, the Golden Heat. I wish it was hot out there. It's freezing cold today. It's like 40, 50 degrees out there. It's not freezing, okay? Like as somebody that lives in winter, you know, winter months, it's not freezing, but it really annoys me that year after year, it seems like the cold weather stays longer. Like we'll have it through like June or the middle of June, we'll have chilly weather, and then it'll get warm, it'll get hot, and it'll last until like October, November. Like the seasons are messed up. Does that make sense? Like I feel like the seasons are messed up. Anywho. All right. We got 6 on the table, 2 major. Let me show you what we got. We got the Chariot. And these are a little bit different than intuitive intention cards. These don't have the reversal on them. They just have the straight up. So it's up to you to figure out what the reversal would be. 3 of Summer. I mean, I'm going to tell you, right, if I have a reversal, but I'm just saying if you were to buy the cards for yourself. The Magician. We got Ace of Autumn. I love this picture. 2 of Autumn. And then bottom of the deck, 4 of Winter. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Like I said, somebody's moving towards... I just heard greatness. Somebody's moving towards... I think it's their path, their journey. Somebody's moving towards this idea, this thought. And it's funny because the Magician says the seed spark. It's what Rob Barthelman put on there. And Ace of Autumn, which fell out right after it, says the planted seed. So it's like somebody gets this idea and then it takes root in their mind and they can't get it out of their head. I know this is going to be a dumb example, but it would be like, waking up in the morning and you're getting dressed and getting ready for your day and you're making your coffee and you're making some breakfast or whatever, you're doing your thing. And all of a sudden you say in your head, like, oh, I think I want a sub sandwich for dinner. Like, should I order out a sub sandwich or should I go buy all the stuff to make my own, knowing that I'll probably buy enough stuff to make another sandwich for work tomorrow, or you know what I mean? Like somebody gets this idea in their head, like, oh, I want a sandwich for dinner. I want a nice sandwich for dinner. And all day long they think about it. They go to work and they're thinking, sandwich. Am I going to the store after work? Or am I going to Jersey Mike's? Am I going to Jimmy John's? Am I going to Subway? I prefer Jersey Mike's. I haven't had Jimmy John's in so long. I stopped eating at Jimmy John's when that whole thing happened with the CEO or the former owner. I can't remember. He was going to Africa and killing animals, like they were, like that stupid thing where people are millionaires and they pay $50,000 to kill a giraffe and they literally hold the giraffe for you and you point a gun at it and you kill it. Let me tell you something. or you go and you hunt it, but it's really not hunting. Like they make sure you get to kill an animal for $50,000, like you're that kind of a man, like that you feel the need to do that, or you're that kind of a woman, you feel the need to do that. It's disgusting to me. It's one thing to survive off the land, right? To kill a deer and skin it and use the fur and eat the meat. That's one thing. If you know anything about Native American culture and just humanity in general, if you're going to kill something to eat it, like a rabbit or, a fox or a wild dog or, whatever, you give thanks. You give thanks for the abundance, for the meal, right? For whatever you're going to use it for. And you also offer sanctuary for its spirit, to God, to spirit, to source, however you do that, because that animal sacrificed for you. You don't just go out there with a gun and pew, pew, pew and pay $50,000 and bring home a rhino head. Like, that's disgusting. That's just disgusting. What was that for? Anyway, it's like somebody having the idea in their head all day that they're going to have a sandwich for dinner. Like, it's rooted in there. But this is good because somebody's moving towards it with the Chariot, the 3 of Summer. It's like it's all part of the journey. It's all moving. It's like constant motion. Like we're going towards this. And it's funny because with the two of autumn, it's going to bring in balance for somebody. It's really going to balance somebody out. And with the four of winter, it's really going to, whatever this is, it's going to balance someone out, but it's also going to, how do I say this? Like it's going to help somebody heal. Like it's going to help somebody go within, look within, possibly look at past trauma, possibly just look at their life in general and actually really analyze the past. Okay, I gotta hold on, guys. Are you coming in? Come on. Come on. Come on. I got the fan on, so it might be chilly. Come on, bub. You okay? You all right? You want to lay down? Come on, baby. Lay down. Or play with the watermelon mouse. He was driving me nuts earlier. He wanted water, and I kept turning on the faucets for him. Finally, I held the faucet from the kitchen sink down so he could drink it. That's the only way he'll drink water. And I keep telling him, your kidneys are failing. You're not going to make it. You don't drink enough water, and you wait all day for me to do this for you. Like I don't understand. I'm sure he drinks water throughout the day. It annoys me. I love him dearly, but it annoys me. Yeah, so it's really just overall going to be positive for whoever this is. If this resonates for you, congratulations. And I also too, when I look at the four of winter, like I feel like whatever this is, whatever this idea is that's taken root, that somebody's going to put into action, it's just going to lead to more and more creativity. The four of winter card, Rob Barthelman put at the bottom, reflection reveals what's beneath. So I think it's almost like not a catalyst event. I guess technically it could be a catalyst event. I'm thinking of like mountains when like the boulders start to fall and there's like it's like an avalanche, but in a good way. Like this person is going to go towards this idea, what they want to work on. And then they're going to have another idea and they're going to work on that. And then they're going to have another idea and they're going to do that. And it's just an avalanche of creativity. Like somebody's just going to continuously be rotating through all their thoughts, ideas, wants, needs. Hey, baby. Hi. Yeah. And not only, so here's the thing, you could be balanced, right? Well, can you be balanced and happy and unhappy? If you're balanced, are you always happy? That's probably a debate. That's probably like everybody having a different opinion. But let me put it like this. Not only is somebody going to be balanced, they're going to be happy. This is somebody like even if you think those two always go together, whatever the case, somebody's going to be really happy with what they're doing, where they're going. Someone might I know this might sound a little strange to some people. Some people will be like, oh, well, duh. And then some people will be like, what? Somebody is only going to want to work in the light. Like, I don't know, maybe somebody has issues with their eyesight or something. Like they don't want to work in the evening. Like they only want to work in like when it's light out, when they have natural light. Because I'm like drawn to this light. I don't know why. That's the only thing I can think of. Natural light. It makes sense if it's an artistic thing, like painting, drawing. Even if it's like stitching, sewing, that kind of thing. It probably is better to have natural light. Okay, but if I let you out, you can't be banging on the jamb of the door. All right. Huh? Well, there's Homer. We're going to exchange cat for cat. Hey, homie. Yeah, can you stay up here and keep out of trouble? Huh? I don't think it's just that the Two of Autumn, it's not just that somebody is going to be balanced within. I think that is the case. But it's also like somebody's life is going to balance out. Like their time is going to balance out. Somebody's going to have time set aside for work, for play, for family, for friends. Yes, see, natural light. Something about natural light. Because it's this, what looks to be a child planting this greenery, and there's like natural light coming through. Someone might with the Chariot and the Three of Summer, someone might feel like closed off, like not necessarily like alone, not necessarily like lonely. Someone might feel like they're destined to like walk their path by themselves. Like maybe single, like maybe somebody doesn't feel like they're going to have like a significant other in their life. I don't know, something about, it's not about being lonely, it's about like the solo journey is what I'm hearing. Solo. And if you ever watch readers and they do readings on like one person's energy and not relationships, they'll often say things like, Homer, they'll often say things like, you were meant to accomplish what you were meant to accomplish before your significant other comes in. Like you're meant to do for yourself before you meet the person of your dreams. Can I just tell you my thoughts on that? And I'm not saying that readers aren't getting that feeling. I'm not saying that. It's just when I hear that in my head, the first thing I always think of is, and I think I've said this to you guys before, like if I have to go out there and accomplish everything, my 10 of cups, all that on my own, by myself, am I really going to want to share that with someone after the fact? Hold on one second. You want out, buddy? I'll let you out. There you go. No, Harley, you're staying out there because your brothers have annoyed me enough. Like every time I see readers say that, and again, it's not that couldn't be what they're seeing or feeling or hearing, but every time I hear a reader say that, I always think, I don't want to share with somebody. Like, and let me just give you an example, right? Like, let's say I write my book and I publish it, and let's say like a year later, like it's number one, and let's say I've made like, and I'm just going to throw out like crazy numbers, right? Like let's say I've made $500,000 after taxes. So I pay off my my condo and I rent it out, but I take some money, I put it down on a house by the lake like I always wanted. I can write there, it's beautiful, right? So I still keep my job, but I'm able to move some money around and make things a little bit better for myself. And I write my second book and I make another $500,000 after taxes. And then I pay off that house. And then I take the rest of the money and I put it in my 401k and I quit my job, and then I start writing my third book. And then as I'm finishing up my third book, I meet the love of my life. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Whenever I hear readers say stuff like that, like, oh, you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish before you meet your person. When I think, and that's my example, right? I'm on my third book. I'm accomplished. I've made $1 million so far after taxes, right? Off 2 books. Now I'm finishing my third and I meet the love of my life. Let me tell you something. That love of my life better be just as damn accomplished as I am. Because and I don't mean to sound like an asshole. I really don't mean to sound like an asshole. But here's the thing. If I'm finishing up my third book and it's projected to do about the same, if not better, in sales, and I'm just going to keep going, right? And let's say now my first book is being optioned for a movie, and I'm going to make $3 million off of that. Do you really think? And just be honest. I would love to hear comments. Do you really think that I meet the love of my life, and let's say this person, let's say they work in a warehouse like I used to work in a warehouse, and they own their own home, they pay their bills, they know what they're doing, but they don't really have any drive to do anything else. Like they're very nice, polite, caring, make me laugh, right? But they go to work, they come home, they walk their dog, they eat, they watch some TV, they go to bed. They don't really do anything in their spare time. On the weekends, like they clean up their house, clean up their yard. Maybe they go for a walk, maybe they visit their parents, their siblings, whatever. But they don't really do anything for themselves. They don't have anything like on the side, like they're not creating something for themselves in another way, right? Do you really think I'm going to want to share my abundance with that person? And let's take it a step further. Let's say I overlook all that, right? Let's say, I love them. They're amazing. I'm going to overlook that. And like I said, I finished my third book. Let's say I make $750,000 after taxes on that third book. I optioned the first movie. Again, I'm making $3 million after taxes on that movie option. And we're getting ready to option the second book because it was a little duo. My significant other, my soon-to-be husband or wife, oh, so can I quit my job? Listen, listen. This is what I'm saying when I'm saying, like, if I were to accomplish everything that I was set out to do and then meet like the person of my dreams, they would have to be doing for themselves what I'm doing for myself. Because let me tell you, there's no way in hell that I'm going to get with somebody and I'm going to make all this money, all this abundance, and I'm going to live like this amazing life, where I don't have to worry about how much money it costs to fill up my tank with gas, right? I don't have to worry about taking my cats to the vet and how much it's going to cost. Like, I can just afford it because, I have $3.75 million. I'm not going to marry somebody or be with somebody that just expects me to take care of them. And let me tell you, yeah, you could say that's wounding. That's wounding, trauma from the ex-husband, because I always took care of him. That's fine. You can say that. I would say that. And I would also say, again, I'm not doing that again. And you can call that, like, oh, you're just reliving the trauma or this, that. You tell me that you work your ass off writing books, meeting with people about optioning for movies, flying back and forth, doing this, that, and the other, hardly ever being at home, writing your little ass off for months at a time, closeted in like a hermit. And you tell me that you're going to want to get with somebody that thinks that they can just live off of you. Like, really think about it. So whenever I hear a reader say, like, oh, you'll meet your person after you do what you need to do. God, I hope not. I hope not. I either A, hope I meet somebody before or during, and I hope they have something going for themselves because I'm not taking care of them. And I because I would never expect them to take care of me. And I hope to God, again, like, or I hope to God I meet somebody, and even if they don't have something going, they learn what I'm doing and all the things that I do and all my little dibble dabble, this, that, and the other, and it gets their creative juices flowing. So they start getting ideas. So they start wanting to do stuff. That's okay. That's perfect. But getting with somebody that has no initiative, no drive, doesn't really think about bettering themselves, I have no desire to create my own abundance and then share it with somebody that, like, they're not in the chariot. They're not going anywhere. And you can say that's mean all you want, but it's realistic. And you can say, like, oh, you're just projecting because of your trauma. You really tell me. You really get in the comments and tell me. If you make $3 million writing books, optioning for movies, and you meet the man or the woman of your dreams, and they tell you, okay, so you made $3 million. Can I quit my job? Are you going to take care of me? Forget about asking. What if they just assume, like, oh, Kim loves me. She makes all this money. I'm just going to quit my job. She'll pay my mortgage. No, I won't. And part of that, I mean, let's just be honest, part of that, forget about the trauma. I take care of me now. I think I told you guys, I had this discussion with one of the guys at work that I was walking with last year. I told him we were just friends. If you follow, you subscribe, I talked about him before. There's no way in hell, like, I would have ever let that man live off of me. Never. And him and I had discussions, and I've told you guys this before too. You don't want somebody to pay half your bills? And I looked at him and I was like, what? And he goes, don't you want somebody to share the bills with? And I looked at him and I said, I pay all my bills. I said, I pay a whole mortgage. I pay a whole association fee. I pay for all of my electricity, all of my gas, all of my homeowner's insurance, all of my car insurance. I pay everything by myself. I said, do you pay for everything by yourself? Do you pay your own mortgage? And he's like, well, no, I share a house with like 4 other people. I said, exactly. I said, when you can pay your own mortgage, my mortgage and association will say is $1,600 a month. When you can pay $1,600 a month for that and still buy groceries and pay for your electricity and put gas in your car, then you can talk to me. If you don't know how to take care of yourself, how come you're offering to take care of half of me? like really think about it. Really think about it. And that's why women, you'll see a lot of women say like yeah, I want to get in a relationship, but he better be prepared to take care of me because I'm not footing the money for the bills. He can pay the bills. And that's why you see a lot of women say that, because a lot of women that are single have been taking care of themselves for years. If you want a woman, if you want a spouse, if you want a lover, you can say man too. I was just using that example because stereotypical. I watch a lot of TikTok. Anyway, anywho, like, you know, that's why I said to the guy from work, I said, no, I expect the man to pay for everything. And he's like, well, that's not fair. And I said, life isn't fair. Do you want a wife? Do you want a lover? Do you want somebody to do your laundry and clean for you and cook for you? Then you can pay all the bills. Because I do all that for myself and I pay all my own bills, you know? You can't even do that. So when I hear readers say, "Oh, you'll get your person after you create your abundance, after you know," it annoys me. I'm not gonna lie, it annoys me. Because I would not want that. Like I would not want that. And I need a go-getter. I need somebody that, wants to do things for themselves, not just live off of me. And here's the other thing. Like let's say I'm writing my first book and I'm getting ready to publish it and I meet the love of my life. And let's say this person's like, "Oh, you're writing a book? Oh, you have a YouTube channel? Oh, you must be making money hand over fist." Well, no, actually I don't make any money, but we'll see what happens with the book. Oh, it'll make it. It'll make it. It'll be good. And they latch on to you because, they think you're going to make $1 billion with your book. I mean, that usually doesn't happen nowadays. Like I wouldn't want that either. I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard, I feel like, to want to accept someone into your life after you've created your abundance, after you've created your empire, if you will. I don't see myself wanting to do that. I put in the work, I put in the time. It's my creativity, it's my dream. You're not going to live off of it. And you're not going to create off of it either. You need to come up with your own thing. And I'm not gonna lie, this very much gives like I said, solo vibes. Like somebody's doing this on their own. I'm not saying that you're necessarily gonna be on your own forever. Take how it resonates. I think what I'm saying, it's just is just precautionary for people to really sit down and think about, okay, I'm investing my time and my money into this, and this is what I'm hoping to get out of it. If I get into a relationship with so and so, are they working on themselves? Are they putting as much energy into themselves, into their abundance? I also think that when people get into relationships and they have to carry another person, and they say, "Oh no, it's okay. Like I have the money. I love you. I want to take care of you." At the end of the day, there is always resentment there. There will always be resentment there. Always. You cannot tell me that there won't be. You cannot tell me that there won't be. It's just my opinion. I'm going to leave it there. We're going to be over 40 minutes. It's going to take 2 days for this video to upload. Hopefully not. I hope it resonates for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you were entertained. I hope you all have a fabulous evening, a great weekend, and I will talk to you later. Bye.